Welcome to Crime Never Forgiven, the YouTube channel where we dive deep into the darkest corners of true crime, where justice may sleep, but it never dies, where every story is a search for truth, closure, and the voices that time tried to forget. I'm your host, and today we're going back more than 4 decades to a frozen California highway, to the unsolved murder of a 17-year-old girl named Esther Gonzalez. This is the haunting tale of how one man got away with murder until DNA finally caught up. This is 45 years of silence, the truth in the snow. Let me take you back to that cold winter night. It's February 9th, 1979. Banning, California. Population around 20,000. Quiet, rural, a place where everyone knows your name. And if they don't, they at least know your family. Esther steps out of her parents' house. Wearing a light jacket, jeans, boots. She tells them she'll be right back. Just walking over to see her sister. That's the last time anyone sees her alive. The next morning, a call comes into the sheriff's office. Phone rings. Hello? Yeah, I think I found a body out near the highway, says the voice on the other end. Calm, almost too calm. It's buried in the snow. Can't really tell what happened. The caller identifies himself as Louis Randolph Randy Williamson, a local man, ex-Marine, known around town as a bit of a loner. Some say he's rough around the edges. Others say he has a temper. When deputies arrive, they find the body half buried in snow. Esther's face is bloodied. Her clothes are torn. There's no doubt this was violence, brutal, intimate, personal. Back then, there were no DNA databases, no genetic genealogy, no cell phone towers tracking every move. What they did have was instinct, and something about Louis Williamson didn't sit right. He called the police first, before anyone else even knew she was missing. He claimed he couldn't tell if the body was male or female. He said he wasn't sure what he'd seen, but his tone, cold, detached. Deputies asked him questions. Too many. He got angry, argumentative. So they offered him a polygraph. He passed, and just like that, he walked away. For 45 years, Esther's case sat in a file marked Unsolved. Her family searched for answers, prayed for peace, tried to forget, but never could. Her brother Eddie once told me, playing Eddie Gonzalez, every year we'd talk about her birthday. Every Christmas, we'd light a candle for her. We kept waiting for someone to come forward, but no one ever did. We thought maybe we'd never know. Fast forward to 2023. Technology has changed everything. Forensic genealogy, the same tool that helped catch the Golden State Killer, was now being used across the country to solve cases that had gone cold decades ago. The Riverside County Sheriff's Department reopened Esther's file, and deep in a lab in Texas, a forensic genealogist stared at a computer screen. On it, a DNA profile from 1979, preserved, untouched by time. She uploaded it to public databases, and then came the match. Not direct, not immediate, but close enough. Family trees began to form. Distant cousins appeared. One name stood out again and again. Louis Williamson. He had died in 2014, 10 years earlier. Florida, peacefully. No arrests, no trials, no prison. But the truth, he had lived a lie. To confirm, detectives dug deeper. They tracked down the medical examiner who performed Louis Williamson's autopsy in 2014. Could they get a DNA sample from his remains? Yes. One swab later, match confirmed. DNA from Esther's body matched DNA from Louis Williamson. He was the killer, all along. Elizabeth Gonzalez, Esther's sister. I cried when they told us. I just sat there, couldn't believe it. All these years wondering, and now we finally know. He can't hurt anyone else. That brings me some peace. But I wish he had faced justice. I wish he had answered for what he did. Imagine walking past the same streets, seeing the same faces, knowing the person who took your sister never paid for it. Now imagine finding out the truth. After nearly half a century, closure doesn't erase the pain, but it does change the silence. It gives a name to the monster under the bed. It gives a face to the nightmare. And sometimes, that's enough. Esther was shy, funny, mild-mannered, the fourth of 7 kids, loved to laugh, loved her family. She had dreams, hopes, a future that was stolen from her long before it could begin. But today, her name isn't forgotten. Because of persistence, because of science, because someone, somewhere, never stopped looking for the truth. If you enjoyed this episode of Crime Never Forgiven, please hit that like button below. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell so you never miss another chilling tale of mystery, justice, and human resilience. Remember Esther Gonzalez. Remember the voices we almost lost. And remember, the truth may sleep, but it never dies. Stay with us for more stories like this.